Cheech here with Fly Fish Food, and we have a really cool one for you. This is to take on a Griffith gnat, but we're going to use streamer materials to make it indestructible. So check it out. This is a really cool one. You'll want to see it.
Dude, that's a big brown bro.
All right, this is a really cool fly. I've actually been doing this one for a long time. I haven't tied it for a hot second, but I'm going to show you this fly. It's a takeoff on a Griffith gnat, and it's really super indestructible. So let's just get right into it. This is, I think, a 16 or an 18. No, it's a 16. And I'm using 18 hackle, so I like to go down one size on my Griffith gnats. But you can do whatever you like. I'm going to take a piece of size 16 saddle hackle and just tie that in. And as you can see, I'm leaving quite a bit of stem behind that, just because I want to make sure that when I start wrapping this, that it's facing the right direction, because there's kind of no turning back once you start wrapping the hackle on this one. The body of this is just going to be some shimmer boo. This is a product from Hairline. It's the same thing as like Cranic or the stuff you do with Crelex, or the Crelex flies out of. I just got like 4 strands of it. There are all kinds of colors of this. I've done it in purple and black, blue, copper, all those colors. So I'm just going to wrap down and back, and I'm going to wrap this forward. I'll just use my rotary feature on the old purple popsicle. So you can see that I still have a nice amount of purple hanging out here. And I don't want that to unravel, so I'm just going to throw a little half hitch in that. We have a little video on our skill builder if you want to see how to do this. Freak, dude, maybe I should figure out how to do it first. All right, once I have this up here, I'm going to trim this. I'm going to cover up some of those trimmed ends, and now I'm going to put a half hitch in this, just to kind of keep everything where it should be while I wrap this hackle. All right, this is the part where it gets shady. I'm going to take some Solarez Thick. I like this one because it's 100% tack-free, super durable, and it's not going to drip at all. So you need a thick resin. So I'm going to take some resin, and I'm just going to glob up some on the hook. Okay, so I have some resin on here. That's probably too much. I'll show you a real easy way to get that off of there with a bodkin. So we'll just move that all around. So that is a little bit too much. So what I can do is I can just take my bodkin and rotate it as I move it over the fly, and that will just pick up some of that resin. All right, so thick resin's never going to look good if you keep poking at it like this, so I just kind of get it a little bit even, and then I'll take my vise and just rock it back and forth. You don't need to go all the way around unless you need to, you know, if I have too much of a belly forming on this, I can just turn it upside down and make it go the other way. And I'm just going to tease some of this further out toward the edges. You can take a lot of time on this one if you want. All right, so that's pretty good. What I'm going to do now is I'll just take my hackle, and I made it so that the colorful part of this saddle is facing forward. So I'm just going to keep it at that orientation, wrap that all the way forward through the hackle. Now with that wrapped through the hackle, the resin will stay in place. It looks like there are little beads in between the hackle. And the stem of the hackle goes down into the resin. So I'm just going to cure this now, just to keep it from dripping. Now I'm just going to finish up the rest of my fly. Get a little midge whip finisher in here and make a little nice, precise whip finish. Yes, that's just 2 turns, but you can imagine if it was like 3 or 4. I will glue that. But anyway, once the fly is done, now I'm just going to come in here and really make sure that that resin's totally cured. Once we have that, now you can see, I mean, that's all solid. It's all one piece. Anyway, really cool way to make an indestructible midge cluster, and the colors are endless.